If you're the kind of lady who wants to look and feel younger and more confident, no matter what age you are, then you're in the right place. Hi there and welcome to my channel. Welcome to all of us ladies over 50 who want to look and feel amazing. Today, I'm really excited to be talking to you about 3 big mistakes that us ladies can make at any age, but especially when we're over 50. But to be honest with you, any age can benefit from binning some items. So if this all sounds good for you, don't forget to hit the like button just about here and the subscribe button down there to really help my channel. It really helps me make the videos, and also you get notified of all my new weekly videos. Now, as you know, clothes can make a huge impact on not only how you look, but also how you feel. Clothes can make you look taller, slimmer, younger, or not, as in the case of the first big fashion mistake that I want to share with you today. So my first big fashion mistake that makes you look older is wearing big, loud floral prints. Now, wearing big, loud floral prints not only make you look bigger, but they also make you look older. Now, I know they look really lovely on the peg. You know, they have the most beautiful colours, the most beautiful designs, but, you know, they just don't look as good when they're on you. Now, whenever I see myself in a loud floral print, which to be honest has been many years now, I've never been sure where the dress or the skirt or the blouse ends, or where the print ends and where my figure actually starts, or the other way around. It's very confusing for the eyes. Now, large floral prints like that make us look really old, and they're very difficult to wear successfully, you know, even when you're young. I remember when I was in my 20s, which is many, many years ago now, I bought this huge floral print suit, trouser suit. It was bright pink flowers and bright lime green leaves, and I thought I looked the bee's knees in it, but actually, you know, looking back on it, I must have looked an absolute fright. Of course, some people make mistakes with huge prints of any other type. For example, this one that looks a little bit like bird poo. Now, I'm not actually saying that all prints are bad, absolutely not, but you have to be really careful. Avoid the really big florals. But if you choose something that's a very small print, it looks much more classy, it makes you look smaller and fresher and younger. Something like this. Now, this is obviously a print, but it's very small. It's navy and white, which looks a lot classier, and you can see me in the picture here. Now, another alternative to big, loud floral prints is, you've guessed it, stripes. But they can be really classy and they can look really effective and smart, but be very careful with them, obviously, depending on your figure. If you're quite sizable here, be a bit careful. And if you're quite sizable here, be even more careful with horizontal stripes. Now, you see, this top, this is Ralph Lauren actually, but not as expensive as you might think. He's been very clever with this, because he's got thicker stripes across here, but thinner ones across the waist, which actually brings the waist in. So it makes your waist look much smaller, even though it's not actually that small at all. But the other option, of course, is to wear vertical stripes like pin stripes. Now, they can be really lovely, fresh, young looking. So another alternative to big loud prints is small sophisticated animal prints, but not loads of them, just a few touches, such as these lovely animal print sandals that I've got, which are coming up for this season, this summer. Something like a belt. This is lovely. This is a snake skin print. Now, this would look great with white, with ivory, with beige, or even with black. And another one that is amazing with black jeans is this, which is leopard, I guess, leopard print, which is really striking. And then, of course, you can use different kinds of small, sophisticated animal prints in your scarves as well, such as this one, or even something like this, which just goes round your neck and looks really lovely. My number 2 big fashion mistake, which makes us all look older, is wearing clothes that are too big for you, that are oversized and baggy. See, what we're trying to do on this channel is to make you look and feel fabulous. So what you need to do is to think more about body skimming. Not tight so that it's glued to all your lumps and bumps, but just skimming to accentuate your figure. The goal is not to cover yourself up so no one has any idea what you look like, but to create shape and proportion and to accentuate your best bits. Often, when we try to hide our shape and our age with baggier clothes, all we actually do is bring attention to that particular area and make it look even bigger, and this is aging too. Baggy clothes can look really frumpy and so old. So what examples have I got? Big oversized blouses, floaty summer skirts, loose baggy tops that just hang, elasticated waists which makes the material just under the elastic make you look fat, and sometimes frills as well. So let's look at an example now of the difference between a baggy blazer. These are 2 lovely ivory blazers, new this season. One of them is baggy and too big for me, and the other one fits me much better, and you'll see the difference. Okay, so the first one, very nice. It's cotton traders. It's I haven't taken the buttons off because I'm actually going to send it back, and you'll see why. Lovely looking blazer, much too big for me, and it does me no favours. And then there's this one, which is a Zara one, which I also bought just last week. Very smart, just the same, but because it fits me, it makes me look much younger, much slimmer. Now, my third big fashion mistake, which in many ways is actually the worst to make us look older, is trying to wear too many things, too many trend pieces that try to make you look younger. So often we see fashions that we like and we buy the new trend, but it's so easy to overdo it. If you have too many trending items, you look much older than you are, and you look like you're trying too hard. Now, what should your wardrobe be made up of then? Well, instead of lots and lots of trendy pieces, most of your wardrobe, I would say 80 to 90% of it, should be classic pieces. Pieces that you've carefully selected that make you look younger, fit well, and so on. And then every season you can just select 1 or 2 particularly trending items, things that you really find appealing, and you can just weave them into your classic wardrobe so that the end result is you look like you're, quite modern and quite chic, but without looking like you're desperate to relive your teens again. Now, some of this year's trends that have been on the runways for this particular season are versions of classics anyway. So with a little tweak, you can incorporate them into your wardrobe. Now, the first one is trench coats. Trench coats are really big this season for spring and summer for 2021, but they're a classic. I'm sure you recognise they're a classic, and they look absolutely gorgeous on particularly older women. They're very youthifying, and especially if you have a belt that cinches you in. Be careful, make sure you don't choose one that's too blousy. Make sure it's nice and slim fitting, but trench coats are a trend that I would seriously recommend for this year. Now, also on the catwalks this season were blousy poplins. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, they are an absolute disaster in my opinion and don't translate very well from the catwalk to the street. But one tiny element of it is that they all had button-down blouses. Now, they can be quite nice, and there's something that you could think about incorporating. Now, interestingly, big floral prints were rather big this year, but girls, we've just talked about that. Please don't be tempted. And another trend is bright colours, which are great, but they put them into coats of many colours. So confusing, don't even go there. Now, here's a trend that I think we would all recognise, harks back to the 80s, love it, bold shoulders. So this has been on the catwalk this year, It is something we can definitely incorporate, not on everything of course, but it brings back such happy memories. And you know what it does with the bold shoulder? It gives us that shape and proportion that I was talking about. I'll probably do other videos actually on how we can include a trend from the catwalks here or there into our classic wardrobes so that we can look fabulous, modern and youthful. So girls, just remember, if you don't love an item, you don't feel comfortable in it and you don't adore it, then don't wear it. So I hope you've really liked this video. If you have, please press on the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye.